Welcome to the Stay Hungry podcast, the show where we bring on great people and hear their story. Today we have London Line with us.
Hi.
Today. I have now known you, I think, for 4 years, give or take.
At least.
At least. Maybe it's been 5 or 3. It's like a loose time frame in there.
Yeah.
I think it was at some pool party like a while back.
The YSA one. I was a total jerk to him that night. Amazing. We're still
Well,
friends.
to be fair, I wasn't also the most nice person too either.
Growth.
Probably. So we both have probably grown
Growth.
in the last few years. But for those who don't know, you're very talented. Like, you jump from different like hobbies and interests and fields. Can you tell us more about you and what you're currently doing right now in your life?
That's very kind of you. I do have a lot of interests. Blame it on the ADHD. I am a full-time student at Scottsdale Community College. I'm studying culinary arts, and I will be graduating with that in 2 semesters. And I'm working as a private chef, brand new job.
Really?
It's just
like pretty recent.
Yeah, like in the
You like
past.
it so far?
It's challenging, but it's.
That's one word, right?
I've never even worked for McDonald's. Like, why did they hire me? It's this rich Indian couple in Paradise Valley that grew up with maids, and I guess they're a great value Indian maid.
Okay. And you did chemistry too? Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, so I was studying chemistry because
Right.
I have a great interest in fragrance science, all things perfumery. I have a really keen sense of smell. I still want to do that, by the way. I still have plans to somehow hop back into that.
Maybe one day you'll have your fragrance line with like some fresh chopped fruit. I don't know, like your chef stuff going on.
Totally.
Too.
I like to think of it as Willy Wonka if he also made perfume and cologne.
London's like factory or something. London's like cosmetic. I don't know.
Wondorium Emporium.
Because I did chemistry. It was rough.
It's hard.
It is, but apparently for you like enjoyed it.
No, it's really hard.
Well, clearly it worked out a little bit for you.
You got to see the bigger picture in all
Exactly.
things, but
Okay, so take us back then to the young London. We'll say you were like 6 years old. Like, bring us like down to like that time of like your life.
okay. So I have 3 brothers, 2 older brothers and 1 younger.
I think
and
I've met only one of them, right?
I think you've met Forrest, yeah.
But yeah, I have. He's tall.
Younger
He's really
brother.
Tall.
He's the biggest and the youngest.
Is
Yeah. I've always been super creative. I wrote like 30 songs when I was 11. But you said 6, so we'll go back to 6. I guess I've always had an affinity to create and bring things to life. I have a huge collection of all of my paintings and drawings. My parents never got rid of anything I made, by the way. So we have boxes and boxes, for better or for worse, boxes of things like, wow, I forgot I made that, but I did. And they're really good at encouraging. My aunt is a painter. She paints
Really?
Japanese art. She's very talented, professional artist. My grandpa paints. And then my grandma is a sculptor. So I have a lot of...
That DNA and you have that creative.
And then my mom has been playing piano for 55 years. My dad is a musician, has released...
Do you play too?
Yeah, I play the piano and I'm learning
I
the
did
accordion.
not know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I play nothing, so
You
no
play...
talent there. little flute, like the plastic one.
Little triangle.
Yeah, so we'll count that maybe as like my playing
The spoons.
experience. Yeah, spoons or
Hey,
something
you
like
can
that.
always learn. There are more instruments, musical instruments, than a person is able to master.
So it sounds like you've always been creative and it's like questioning things.
I am very curious. I do not understand the minds of other people who aren't actively seeking to know more. Curiosity, adventure, exploring. I genuinely always have had a longing to find out more, to do more, always.
Because you always have your like side quests. You're always doing something. Whenever I call
Sometimes
you,
the side quest
it's
is the
always
main
something
quest.
different. Whenever I call London, like what's she up to for this week or this quarter? It's always something brand new. So
You never know what I might be up to.
what is your current side quest phase right now that you're going through?
What am I currently into? That is a good question. I have been, last year it was I wanted to read more books, so I read like 7 books.
Nice.
physical books, and that was, I mean, I've been trying. It's always, how can we improve the attention span? How can we get more naturally sourced dopamine versus the screen? So I guess, I mean, this is the side quest is how to use a smartphone the least amount. This is the Barbie Nokia. I don't know if you can see the cameras. This is a flip phone. It's a T9, so you have to press the buttons multiple times to achieve character count. It calls, it texts, and takes pictures. That's about it. I've had it for almost
Quality pictures, kind of. I mean, for
4
a flip
months now.
phone,
It's not bad.
It's actually not bad.
The quality's not bad.
But for what you'd be thinking for a flip phone, it's really not that bad.
No, it isn't.
So walk us through that like choice for you to do that, because most people don't have their own flip phone. They probably should, but they don't. Like in America.
Big 2026.
Exactly.
I got back from my mission May 2024, and I was never enthusiastic about upgrading. I drive an old car. I am always the last in my family, kind of a black sheep actually, to upgrade. I don't see or feel the need to. I think the technology that we already have is pretty amazing, and when the world is shouting at you and asking you to spend money, and time. There's two things that I think the world is always demanding of people, and it's how can we get you to spend your time and how can we get you to spend your money. And with smartphones, there's a lot of research and studies that when you spend time scrolling on your smartphone, iPhone, Android, whatever, that helps you feel busy and productive without actually being either. And this motion is, again, there's studies that show that this is addictive. It's similar to slot machines in casinos, where you just pull the lever down, and you just pull the lever down, and it's the same thing. Even when I'm on my laptop, if I'm just like scrolling on the trackpad through my photos, it's a subconscious, just a very addictive motion. And I guess a combination of overstimulation and addiction. And on my mission, I remember going into, so I served as a church missionary for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. In Texas, I ministered to a lot of Spanish-speaking families and English-speaking families, and I would go into their homes, knock on the door, and there would be a TV and a baby toy going off, and some kind of Bose speaker, just multiple devices, and we'd try to teach the lesson, and we'd ask them to turn the TV off, and they'd look at us like we were crazy.
Those are iPad kids.
Yeah, iPad babies grown up.
Exactly.
It's really hard to know just how constantly stimulated you are until you take all that away. And that is what serving a mission for 18 months was like.
Because you have basically no access.
You don't have a TV at home. You have a smartphone that requires a hotspot.
Yeah, it's locked down with like no apps on there at all, basically. Correct. For the mission phones.
Yeah, very consecrated. That's the word that we use.
Because that was me too for the whole scrolling. Because you don't realize I would be like 2 hours. It's just
going through your email?
Email, yes. Gmail.
Anything.
Oh, no, sorry. Not on the mission. I'm saying right now.
Oh. 2
hours would be crazy on the mission.
It's soul-sucking. We're being passed.
Term.
It's just there's a really good little political cartoon. It's not really political, but a little sketch that I like. It's in my camera roll, and it's a picture of two babies in strollers, and you can't see their mom's faces, but one baby is talking to the other, and it's, man, my mom's screen time has been so high lately, but it's the only thing that seems to soothe her.
Ooh.
And it's like, oh my gosh, if the kids are picking up on this, yeah, it's a cartoon, but they can tell. And so as far as side questing goes, before this, I was working in childcare for like 5 years. So I've been a nanny, I've been a paraprofessional, I was a preschool teacher.
Really? I did not know that.
I've done it all.
You like it?
I loved it.
You have like
I loved it. If I didn't, oh my gosh, best.
Because probably drive me crazy, but you have like more
most
patience
fulfilling.
than I do. And love.
I understand children. I'm so patient with them, and it doesn't frustrate me when they get frustrated. I just get them. Anyways.
At least you're prepping right now to be like a great mom, and then not having all this like screen time.
That's the hope.
Because some moms are fried. They try and be there for kids, but not quite present. for them.
The world is asking, it's too much. You can't have a 2-income household and a present mom and a present father, and some things gotta give, right? And
Yeah.
right now we're experiencing, hey, it's not just Gen Z and millennials and Gen X. Every generation is addicted to technology. It's in every schools. Every 6-year-old has a Chromebook, and if your parents don't think twice, they might actually get you a phone when you're in elementary school.
Which is, I think, way too young.
I speak for someone. I had a flip phone when I was 10. I was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes at 9, and they got me a phone. And it was a flip phone, but it's just a start. And I'm like, talk about something so low stimulating it's the beginning. It's inevitable.
Because they're like engineered to trap you.
Screens are inevitable.
Yeah, they will pop up either like a TV or a phone or tablets. They're always like around you somewhere.
Yeah.
And we just bought actually like a phone locker.
Okay.
It's a bit overkill.
We as in...
Me, myself, and I.
Okay, generally.
Generally, the Matthew Malin brand. And you like lock it and you can't unlock it. There's no like code or way to like stop it.
When does it unlock?
You have to have a little like, timer.
Okay.
So it's like hour, 2 hours.
They're
it's
like
just
little
locked.
safe
Yeah,
box.
it's a little
Okay.
safe. It's locked up.
Do you like it? Does it work?
I mean, it's like
For
a
you?
good and bad day, right? Some days I love it. Some days I'm like, I hate that box. But it's locked in there. Can't grab the phone.
You're like, just trying to reach for it.
Oh, you can't? You can't do it.
You can't. You'd have to break it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna break the freaking box or grab my phone. You know how crazy that would be? So
I'm willing to bet there's people that have tried to do that. We should look
your
up the
phone's
reviews.
in the box, and you have to then like probably chuck this box against some wall and break it some more.
And at that point, you're like, this is as bad as a drug addiction. I would argue that screen time, that is the new drug.
Because drugs cost money.
A smartphone addiction
The
is the new
phones are basically free once you have them for scrolling.
A screen time addiction is the new drug.
Exactly. People can have 6 or 8 hours easy, not like blinking a little eye or something. So that's crazy. So now walk us through your current plans, I guess, and dreams, because you want to do it the whole family route, but also you want to do the chef thing too, it sounds like, right?
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure that out. I have a lot of aspirations to go to France. It has the fashion,
like live there for a while?
Food and fragrance, the 3 Fs, that I look for. Even if it's just a summer, I think something's calling me there. Call it London and Paris, if you will.
New album cover or something. Be great.
New album cover just dropped.
Exactly. So you want to go there?
Yeah, it's interesting. The longer I'm in the program, the less that I have dreams of being a chef. I kind of followed.
Is it harder than you thought it would be for the chef journey, or is it easier? How
No,
has it been
it's
for you?
exactly. I mean,
Is it like spot on what you thought it'd
it's
be
exactly as hard as I thought it'd be. The difference being, I was kind of following God on this one because it's not something that I had ever previously been interested in.
Oh, really? So you didn't have a background really in
No, I've never worked a
culinary
food
too
job.
much?
No.
Oh,
not
I
even.
didn't realize that. It was like your first jump into
the
this.
first taste, first experience.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know, like London's restaurants, it could be like a thing maybe, right?
Could be there. London's lollipops.
Lollipops. Chemistry, right? You can get
Yeah.
some, I don't know, thing going in there.
No,
some
it's
new
cool.
flavors.
Baking is chemistry. Cooking,
Yes.
you can fix mistakes pretty easily, but with baking, it's a true science, and if you mess up, you have to do the whole thing again. Ask me how I know that.
So you're more leaning not towards the chef thing right now, or what are you kind of leaning towards, you think?
I don't know. And
That's a fair,
I'm
sometimes you just don't
okay
know.
admitting that I don't know what's in the future.
That's fair.
I just know that I'm doing the right thing.
Yeah, because you can still learn lessons by doing stuff.
I do know that I think one of the reasons I was supposed to be at Scottsdale Community College is to bring Institute, because it's on the reservation where there's a lot of Native Americans. They have laws of the land and rules, and introducing different religious clubs is, I don't want to say frowned upon, but they've had a hard time in the past introducing ideas like that. So
How big is it currently?
the
The group you guys have, the institute, is it pretty big?
non-existent.
Oh, it's not even there yet.
No, I spoke with the president of the Institute of Religion
Dang,
over
look at
all of
you.
Arizona. His name is Ashley Davis. Nice older gentleman. He said if I can get 10 students, we can
Those
make it
guys,
happen.
you hear that? 10
students. I got 2. I found 2 this
All right,
weekend.
we need 8 more people, guys, okay?
So I think that was one of my goals.
Plus, are you in Scottsdale, or are you pretty far away from
I live
your
in
community
Tempe.
college?
It's like a 15-minute drive.
Okay, so it's not too bad.
Yeah, just off the 101.
You get some like podcast time in there, some like reading. I don't know what you do, like the car.
Some light reading, some listening to podcasts by Matthew May. Whatever you're.
Actually, you listen to the Harry Potter all cast voices. It's fantastic.
Yeah? Wait, tell me about
It
that.
has like 100 voices. Like the sound like effects in there, them like walking, the spells, like the fire.
Oh, cool. So it's the book, but more like.
It's like a movie form about the book.
That's
so
way
you have
cool.
the background noises and them like acting in the book. It's
Cool.
really good. So plug if you guys want to listen to that. It's really good.
Yeah, can you attest? How far are you into it?
We're halfway through.
Nice.
All my
We.
car rides. I don't know why I say we constantly.
I did the same thing.
I'm not sure why. I speak for the brand.
You
of,
speak for the
Matthew
people.
Malin.
You know
I
what
speak
they-
for the Potterhead community, all Harry Potter people.
Potterhead Podcast by Matthew Malin, trademark.
What is your Harry Potter, I guess, like, thing?
What is my
No,
Roman
sorry.
Empire?
Like, yeah, that's a better phrase for that question.
As far as books and media
Just
go?
anything. It could be like when people can talk for like hours with that one topic. What is like your thing you can talk about for like just ever?
There's like 2 things that come to mind. One of them is human behavior and the interrelationships between individuals and how that's evolved over time. So like human evolution plus behavior, so societal behavior. And the other thing that came to mind was parenting styles, actually.
Interesting.
For so long, my algorithm on all the social media apps would just give me videos that were marketed towards moms, struggling moms, and I engage with the videos. So,
Pre-mom, by the way. But
Pre-mom.
You're ready to go.
not a mom.
All right, so give us
Yeah.
like one take then, either for parenting
A
or
hot
for
take?
human conditions. What's like your thought process right now on something there?
There's so much that goes into it. Oh, actually, I thought of a better thing. Can I merge that a little bit?
Yeah,
I
go
want to
for it.
talk about marriage and relationships.
Ooh, go for it.
Specifically, I feel like so it's 21st century, and 15-year-olds aren't marrying each other anymore. But I feel like with the male loneliness epidemic and dating apps and ghosting culture, there's a whole lot that goes into marriage that has never really been done before. We're seeing a good combination of 30-year-olds who've never been married before, 30-year-olds who are on their second marriage, and then 30-year-olds getting married for the first time. Similarly, I know a handful of people between the ages of 18 to 25 who have been already married and divorced. And that number is skyrocketing at an alarmingly high rate. My hot take is I don't think that people ask enough questions and do the right kind of activities together before getting married. There's nothing wrong with like a night of watching Netflix or whatever, but if that's the basis of your relationship, is that you spend money, so you go out to eat, you spend money or whatever, and you watch movies together, that's not a good enough foundation. And that will bleed into a marriage of, oh my gosh, I've been so blindsided, I didn't know XYZ. And I don't know, there's not a formula for a perfect marriage, but I will tell you that you need to do more boring and mundane tasks with the person that you're seriously dating and hoping to marry one day.
So for all the guys out there, what questions should guys ask, you think, prior to getting married?
What questions?
Like questions or things to do with them so you get to understand them better prior to marriage?
I think it's totally good and fine to go on fun romantic dates, but I think the best kind of dates where you actually get to know each other is where there's back and forth conversation, kind of like this, in a low pressure environment. I don't know, going to the movies on a first date is a terrible way to get to know someone. Bowling, a terrible way to get, because the conversation gets chopped up. And again, surface level conversations are totally fine. I'm not expecting to have a deep conversation with anyone on the first few dates, but environments where there are things go wrong, I don't know, like I have friends that won't date someone until they've been on a road trip with them, because that requires a lot of things that are up in the air. And does that make sense?
Yeah, you want to see them when they're stressed,
in different
when they're
lights,
angry, different settings, with their friends, without
maybe
their
with
friends,
their family,
with their family, at work.
They might be a different person.
You want to know them. Some people, they jump, I think, to love a little too fast. When you don't know their favorite color, their triggers, their hopes and their dreams, you don't know them at all.
Yeah, you get engaged and you don't know their middle name. I think that's a red flag. It happens.
I have some friends, they're on different spectrums. I have one friend got married in like for context, my parents got married in 6 weeks. So from meeting the first time to engaged in 6 weeks.
Was this in the 80s? 90s?
Great question. I think it was
life was a little different back then.
Still, even for back then, though, that was still interesting. It was a little questionable, but it happened.
Yeah.
But you have both tiers, so
yeah,
people who I think go through it, which I think there's no wrong way of doing it as long as you're both ready. And I think is the real question.
Real question is, what does ready look like? You'll never be fully ready.
I think it's different for each age group. Like if you're 19 compared to if you're like 28, it's different.
Your frontal lobe, your
guys aren't even
prefrontal cortex.
25, right? I think so.
Yeah, they say 25 to 27 for men and women, which is crazy. Again, that we've come this far and are now starting to realize that. Yeah.
Exactly.
I also think, in addition to spending intentional time together, asking the right kind of questions, knowing what you want. A lot of people get married before they know what they want out of life, and that makes me sad. Mm-hmm. I'm not shaming anyone that has gotten married by a certain age or a certain time, but it is, you don't become more, how do I want to phrase this? You can't really become more selfish once you get married, because at that point you're compromising. So the time to be selfish and ask yourself, what do I want out of life? What brings me happiness? What makes me smile every day? Those kind of questions, you have to figure that out, especially when you're communicating that to another person. That makes every relationship so much better. And marriage, between boss and employee, even between, I don't know, any kind of environment where you spend with a lot of time with other people, knowing what you want and knowing how to communicate that is invaluable, totally priceless.
It's hard to do it, though, because our current generation is texting and FaceTiming, but be able to say, hey, I need these things from you in this way, I think it's a big challenge for us currently. Not
impossible. But
it's a skill you have to learn, though. You're not born with that skill of knowing.
There's no class that will teach you that.
There's no baby saying, hey, I need like milk. Actually, we do scream as babies. We are saying we need
sign
something
language,
here, right?
Milk, yeah.
So, okay. And then for parenting, give us one take in that realm.
I think parents should apologize when they've done something wrong. I think they should own up to it. Why do I say that? I feel like I grew up in an environment where loved my parents, very close with them, talked to them daily, but at least their relationship with their own parents was parents don't make mistakes, and that creates tendencies of perfectionism in children, where if you never see your parents make a mistake and take accountability, apologize, at least acknowledge, that in turn will foster an environment of children who, when they make a mistake, they will beat themselves up and just it's very toxic when you are of the opinion that you can't make mistakes. It's unacceptable, or worse, that sorry, I'm trying to figure out the way to say this, that if you make mistakes, you're a bad person, that it somehow defines you.
That's the line. Because then they can't trust you. Because if it's always your fault, then they're not going to come to you for the next mistake that they made.
Yeah.
See, I think you're learning right now to be that kind of mom for your kids. They'll probably watch this, maybe. See the
Hopefully.
pre-mom version of London before
London Victoria
she had
lines.
kids. So
it is amazing what you can do in a parent-child relationship. And I've been a nanny for years, so I watch this kind of stuff. And a preschool teacher, I talk to parents all the time. And
random
kids.
question for you.
Go for it.
Should parents and their kids be best friends, you
No.
think, or no?
No, it's not a peer relationship.
So where is, do you think, that boundary?
I don't take orders from my best friend.
Ooh.
My best friend does not have authority over me.
Whereas your parents
Do.
But do you think,
Respect, yes.
but once you're 18, how does that change, you think, for the authority side
Such
of things?
a good question. I'm really glad you asked. I think, so one, there's the acknowledgement that there's no school you go to teach parents how to be parents. They kind of have to figure it out. Now, there's self-help books. There's now so much, a plethora of information on how to be a parent or how to be a better parent. But there's not really there's not a course or a class once you're actually in it. Not that I'm aware of. Could be wrong in saying that. The point I want to make, though, is there's a difference in being a parent to a child that's, from birth to 5 to 12, and 12 to 18. It's different. You need to use different tactics and ideas. I also don't think you need to parent each kid exactly the same way. I say that as the only daughter with 3 brothers. Obviously, my dad's love and concern over his only daughter is going to be different than his sons, who have different safety needs. So the difference being how do you merge the gap between, okay, I have a 7-year-old who loves me and we're best friends, to I have a 17-year-old that wants nothing to do with me because of hormones and puberty and just growing up, right? Does anyone?
But he'll come back, though.
Yeah.
I think around age 22, I think he'll come back, usually.
If they need somewhere to stay or food or
Exactly. It's like the Walmarts, you come back to shop at your parents' house and get some free food.
Yeah.
So
you're
they'll
like,
probably
toilet
come back
paper?
around.
2-ply, 3-ply? This is high quality. Yeah.
My hope is that
Nothing makes you appreciate your parents more than
exactly
when you
this
become an
current,
adult.
pricing, having to buy your own stuff, you realize, oh shoot, it costs money
I took them for granted.
for rent and all that. 'Cause I currently have 4 roommates and they're great, but still, you realize, man, it costs money to live and survive.
Yeah.
And all that.
The air that you breathe, everything costs money.
Exactly. What else about you? So let's go into your passions.
So many. Which, do we want to narrow that down?
I can't, because you have 20 passions and I have 3 of them. So you're very talented in different areas of life. So I don't know. It's wherever you want to take it.
So we talked about perfume and
You're creative.
fragrance,
You have the
ambiance,
chemistry,
art.
the food. You've done painting, language, right? You just have this full a collection.
I do love language
of skills.
acquisition skills. But it all falls under the same umbrella, the ability to communicate and express. So I love music. I write music. I am a coward, and I haven't published anything.
Oh, maybe when you come back, you could have like something for us. Like you published.
Ooh, is that a return
song.
appointment?
That'd be kind of fun. Maybe like 2 years from now, see where life's like taking you.
No introduction. It's just me and my accordion.
Like, hey guys, she's back.
Same room,
with
but it's
her new hit album.
I do have a royal
we
blue
have like
accordion.
bullied you to giving us.
That's so funny.
A lot can change in 2 years. You don't think about it, but
a lot.
Could be new career. You could be talking to a new guy. You have no idea where life will be like, taking you in 2 years from this point.
Seriously.
Like your like online journal currently.
730 days, give or take.
Exactly, yes.
104 weeks. You never know. Yeah, I always have something that I've been studying a lot. I want to ask you, Matt, you used to...
Turn the tables.
You did a few podcast episodes about your spiritual journey and faith in Jesus Christ. Do you want to talk about that? 'Cause that's always a passion of mine.
So to clarify, we are both Mormons, but it's actually the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. So it's the LDS Church. Been there for my whole life. Served a mission for 2 years in Ohio. That was fantastic. It was tough, but I did it.
Sure did.
Knocking on doors and talking to strangers constantly. But I would say it's my purpose for living just personally, because we all have to have our reason for waking up in the morning and doing things. Because if we can't take things with us after we die, no money, no property,
One of
then
our
why
beliefs.
are we here? Yeah, only your beliefs and like your connection with people, your family.
Knowledge.
Because one thing that we believe in personally is the idea of like forever, which most people don't believe in forever. Like it's like once you die, then you're dead.
Yeah.
Right?
It's funny, in mathematics, the number infinity means without end, and that's our stance, members of the Church of Jesus Christ, that this earth life is so short that it's a blimp in the grand scheme of things. I like that you mentioned that we can only take what we've learned and gained and experienced. Do you think if everyone had that same belief that they would live life a little differently, knowing that material possessions have no merit or value?
Well, the problem is the term "no," because if you knew, then it'd be too easy, maybe. Because I
said belief. Let's say you have a strong
belief.
Strong belief.
Because I believe strongly in God. Do I know? I wouldn't say I know. I would say I strongly hope and believe and strive for that.
Yeah.
But if we all had that belief, I think it'd be very different, because it would be less trying to get your own way and more about trying to share this journey towards life. Because right now we have a lot of people that's like just do like your own thing, just do you.
I do me.
You know, those
you
like,
do you. I don't owe anyone anything.
Yeah, it's like those like poker
hate that
ads,
mindset.
like the ad you see like while you're like driving down the road. It's like you do you, which I think is really bad philosophy for life, because you could get more selfish. So
totally. How can I invest all of my time and money on me and not think of anyone else's regard? Yeah, I really don't like the I don't owe anyone an explanation. I hate that. I understand where it's coming from. I would like to think that addresses the I am not going to people please my way through life. I don't need to over explain. Unfortunately, I think the latter group of people interpret as I can cancel on you when making plans and I don't have to tell you why. I can break up with you and not give you a reason. I can quit my job. The whole I do me and you do, like I don't owe you I don't owe you an explanation is just another way of saying I do not take accountability. I am not responsible for what I do.
Right.
Who is? Who's responsible for your actions if not you?
Because once you're 18, it's all on you then. So this
the law.
podcast is obviously very public, and people have their own viewpoints on life, on God. Why do you personally believe in God?
God believes in me. I've never met him. Sorry, my flip phone keeps going up. I don't know what he looks like. I'm not sure that I've ever been in his physical presence. I have felt his presence and his spirit far too many times to deny that. I see license plates with really uplifting, hopeful messages on my darkest days. I have spent hours, maybe days, just crying my eyes out, being sad just in really dark places. And there has always been light that has found me. I've had prayers answered that I haven't vocalized. Prayers in my heart that only a higher, greater being could respond to.
Can you go more into that?
I don't believe in coincidences. I was at the library like a month ago, and I had come across, every time I doom scroll, I just see really dark videos that cause me to lose a little bit of faith in humanity. And this was one of those days, and just a lot of bad things were happening to women in the world or whatever. And it just made me sad, and I was just feeling my feelings. And there was a car parked in front of me, and out of the car stepped a dad, and he was holding his daughter's hand. And the amount of love, and his license plate said girl dad too, and the amount of love, it's always at the library. Every time I'm at the library, I feel this love from God that I speak of. It builds me up. It helps restore any doubts or fears that I feel that describe humanity. We're not perfect. There's not a single human that's currently living here on the earth that leads a perfect life.
Exactly, because you don't go from believing in God to then life's paradise and perfect. You have those challenges still.
Nor do we root our faith in people. It's never been about the people. The faith and belief is in Jesus Christ and God the Father. And so when I have moments like that, or there was another day, again, library, and I was just feeling really downtrodden about being single and almost turning 26, and was not feeling very self-confident. I saw a grandma walking with her 2-year-old granddaughter, and I just had an overwhelming sense that, like, hey, that's going to be you someday. You will, like, all of the happiness that you see in others will be made manifest unto you. You're not the exception.
Right, you think you're always like the only person going through this. There's always someone that has your same story, has gone through something similar.
And I really don't think these thoughts come from me. Mm-hmm. That's why I believe in God. I believe in a higher, greater being who didn't just create me, but he reassures, he gives rest, brings peace.
So to someone watching this right now, they've tried the whole God thing and they feel like it doesn't work for them personally, what would you tell them?
Tried the whole God thing, meaning?
Like, they've tried it. They've gone to church, they've done this thing for a few years, and they feel like it's just not working for them for some reason personally.
I think I would advise them, this is going to sound silly, but I would probably advise them to document, try their hardest every day to document the good that they see. A lot of times when I talk to people that have struggling feelings of, is there God? Does he know I'm there? Do I believe in him? How can there be a God if there's so much bad? Those kind of questions. that when you focus on being grateful and looking for the good, really good song by Jason Mraz. I listen to it almost daily. It's called Look for the Good, and it talks about looking for the good in everyone. I think when you recognize the abundance and good that there is in the world, that can bring your spirits up. As far as God, having a witness that there is a God or a belief looks different for everyone. I tell them to look at the stars. Look at the sun. Look at how the cloud formations change every single day. Sit in the grass. Go camping. Do things that bring you closer to nature. And in nature you will find God. Planet Earth, right now, to our knowledge, is the only planet where inhabitants are able to survive off the land. The very molecules and the air that we breathe,
the sun,
the water that we drink,
it won't fry us and
the
kill
sun
us.
that has exactly. Right, 93 million miles. The vitamin D.
She knows that. I don't, but other stuff.
Everything on the earth that was placed here benefits us. We can live off the land. I believe in God. I believe in His creations, and I believe that if everything that has been created, that we are His proudest creations.
I love that. Okay, your last thought to the camera. So it could be about any topic or just whatever you want to take this, the last few minutes of this podcast.
Oh, man.
The floor is all yours.
Dang, what should we talk about?
I'm putting you on the spot here, which always sucks from your point of view because I'm the one talking, right? So my job's easy here.
Okay. I guess I would end it on a note of learn more about yourself. Take all the time that you need to know what you want out of life. And then do it. Go for it. That's what Matthew's doing here. I've been talking to him about podcasts for months, and then one day he's like, "Hey, do you want to do it? I've got everything ready." And that's what a doer looks like.
But you're here too. So you showed up as a guest.
My job was easy.
So you're here as well, for sure.
Nobody will know what you want, besides God, more than you. And if there's something you want to do, you have to chase it because time is precious. And we really don't know how much time we have. All of us have a different allotted number of years that we're supposed to be here. And maybe a half glass empty approach would be taking time bomb, and a half glass full would be how lucky we are. Every single day we get to do a little better. We get to maybe call our parents, tell them we love them, visit our neighbors that are lonely and sad. Maybe we want to maybe you want to learn piano lessons. I don't know. I really don't think it's too late to start anything. But you have to act. There's a very good quote by Jordan Peterson, and he talks about when you have an idea, you need to write it down because life is full of distractions and you might forget. Maybe you fall asleep. Maybe it was just a random shower thought. I don't know. But you need to write down your ideas. And I guess I'll end it with another quote. Stan Lee, creator of Spider-Man, Marvel, this quote is so inspirational to me. And it plays in the back of my head when I have self-doubts about accomplishing things. And the quote is, if you have an idea that you think is genuinely good, don't let some fool talk you out of doing it. So.
Wow. That was it. That was a good way to end it.
Yeah. Go do it. No one else will do it for you.
So if people want to contact you, you don't have like socials, it sounds like, right?
I deactivated my Instagram. I have Facebook. London Lines.
Okay,
There's
so
like,
like search her on
there's
Facebook.
like 3 of us,
Maybe
and
find her.
2 of them are Filipino
online.
men who fight, who are cockfighters, fight chickens. Don't don't add them on Facebook. Yeah, I guess London Lines.
There we go. Well, thank you for being here.
Yeah.
I appreciate you.
Thanks, Matthew.
All right. Thank you.